You ever get the feeling that your to-do list is secretly breeding at night? You crush 10 tasks, and the next morning there are 20 more, all glaring at you. It's the soundtrack of modern ambition, right? The glorious, non-stop hustle. We've all seen the gurus, the rise and grind prophets who tell us that sleep is for the weak, and that changing the world requires working 80-hour weeks. And in our 20s, we bought it. We drank the super-caffeinated Kool-Aid. It felt like a badge of honor to be so swamped. But what happens when you hit 35 or 40, and that badge of honor starts to feel heavy? What if the secret to long-term success isn't about adding more to your plate, but about strategically taking things off? What if hustling harder after 35 is actually the scenic route to burnout, a strained relationship with your family, and a creativity level that's flatter than a pancake? Today, we're putting hustle culture on trial. And I have a suspicion that for anyone over 35, the verdict is in, and it's not what the influencers told you. Before we dive in, I have to ask, what's the most ridiculous hustle advice you've ever received? That you should answer emails at 2 a.m.? That lunch is for losers? Drop it in the comments below. Let's create a museum of terrible advice. You. So, let's get the official story straight. The conventional wisdom, preached from every TEDx stage and Instagram bio, is simple. Effort is a direct multiplier of success. Want a promotion? Work longer hours than anyone else. Want to build a business? Sacrifice your weekends? Want to be a millionaire by 30? Forget hobbies, forget friends, just grind. It's a beautiful, simple equation. It makes success seem like a math problem. Just input more hours, and the output is guaranteed to be more money, more status, more everything. It's the American dream on an espresso 4-drip. And for a while, it can even work. In your 20s, your body is like a rental car. You can drive it hard, ignore the warning lights, and somehow it keeps going. You can pull an all-nighter and almost feel human the next day. But then, something funny happens. You cross the threshold of 35, and suddenly your body sends you a polite but firm notification. The factory warranty on endless abuse has expired. That all-nighter now requires a 3-day recovery plan. The constant stress isn't just a motivator. It's a quiet thief, stealing your sleep, messing with your digestion, and making your back ache in places you didn't know you had. Think of your energy in your 20s as a fire hose. You can point it anywhere and just blast away. But after 35, your energy is more like a laser. It's incredibly powerful, but it's finite. You have to be precise. You have to be intentional. Trying to use it like a fire hose now doesn't put out more fires. It just floods your own house. This is where hustle culture backfires spectacularly. It's a strategy designed for a biological reality that, for many of us, no longer exists. The hustle harder mantra ignores a critical law of performance, the law of diminishing returns. Research has shown time and time again that after about 50 to 55 hours a week, productivity doesn't just level off, it takes a nosedive. You start making stupid mistakes. A task that would take you 1 focused hour now takes 3 tired, sloppy hours. You're physically at your desk, but your brain checked out 2 hours ago to go binge watch a show it's already seen. You're not working harder, you're just performing a very convincing play for your laptop called "I am being productive." And the reviews are terrible. In theory, your relentless hustle shows your boss you're dedicated and indispensable. In reality, after 35, it might just show them you have poor time management and no boundaries. The theory is that sacrificing family dinners and your kid's soccer game is a noble short-term price for long-term security. The reality is that you're trading irreplaceable moments for a level of success that will feel hollow if you have no one to share it with. You're slowly becoming a stranger in your own home. The theory is that non-stop work keeps you sharp and competitive. But here's the secret. The thing the gurus never mention. Creativity isn't born from exhaustion. Your best ideas don't show up when you're on your fourth cup of coffee at 11 p.m., staring at a spreadsheet until your eyes blur. They show up in the shower, on a walk, while you're playing with your dog. They are born from rest, from giving your brain the space to make connections. Hustle culture systematically destroys the very conditions required for the deep, innovative thinking that actually makes you valuable in your career as you get older. You're no longer the energetic intern who can win by sheer volume of work. Your competitive advantage now is wisdom, and wisdom needs time to breathe. By trying to outwork the 25-year-old, you're playing their game, a game you are now biologically destined to lose. But there's a deeper reason this all falls apart, a hidden trap we've all been set up to fall into. And here it is. The big reveal. The reason hustle culture backfires so hard after 35 is because your entire definition of work needs to change. It's no longer about output. It's about leverage. A 25-year-old gets ahead by doing the work. A 40-year-old gets ahead by making the work of 10 people easier. Their value isn't in the number of emails they send, but in the quality of the systems they build. It's not in the hours they clock, but in the decisions they make and the vision they set. The hustle mindset is obsessed with addition. One more hour, one more client, one more task. The leverage mindset is about multiplication. How can I use my experience to create a process that saves everyone 10 hours a week? How can I mentor someone to handle tasks that used to be on my plate? How can I say no to 10 distracting small things to say yes to the one big thing that truly matters? This is the ultimate inversion. The way to achieve more after 35 is not to run faster on the hamster wheel. It's to get off the wheel, look at it, and ask, how can I build a better wheel? Or better yet, do I even need a wheel at all? Sustainable success isn't about burning yourself out. It's about working smarter, with intention and leverage. It's about recognizing that rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategic weapon. It's about trading the vanity of being busy for the quiet confidence of being effective. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's this: the hustle that got you here won't get you there. After 35, glorifying busyness isn't a strategy for success. It's a direct flight to mediocrity and burnout. Your real power is no longer in your stamina, but in your wisdom. It's time to stop measuring your worth by your hours and start measuring it by your impact. Stop trying to be the hardest worker in the room. Start aiming to be the smartest. If this idea challenged your thinking, and let's be honest, felt like a massive relief, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that intelligence and nuance are still cool. Subscribe to this channel because we are all about breaking the rules of conventional wisdom to find what actually works in the real world. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing which part of this argument surprised you the most. Was it the idea of energy as a laser, or the shift from output to leverage? And finally, suggest a common quote or piece of advice you want to see me put on trial next. Something like, fake it till you make it, or good things come to those who wait. Let's deconstruct it together. Thanks for watching. Now go take a break. Seriously, it's the most productive thing you could do.